Have you ever wondered what signs might indicate the end of times? This question has intrigued many minds throughout the centuries. Today we will explore this topic as it is presented in the Book of Revelations chapters 1 through 3. We delve into the signs that might indicate the culmination of our era. These signs include false Christs and prophets who will perform wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. We'll also discuss wars and rumors of wars, a prediction of widespread conflict before the end. The third sign, nation against nation, indicates global political turmoil. And finally, we'll talk about natural disasters such as famines and earthquakes. Each of these signs carries profound significance, and understanding them can provide us with unique insights into the times we live in. So, with an open mind and a quest for understanding, let's dive into these signs and understand them in detail. Imagine a person appearing out of nowhere, performing miraculous acts and claiming to be Christ. How would you react? This question is not merely hypothetical. Matthew 24:24 warns us of such occurrences. For false Christs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. The words of this verse may seem straightforward, but they hold profound implications. The presence of false Christs and false prophets suggests a time of widespread deception, a time when discerning the truth becomes a challenge. These figures will not be obvious imposters. They will perform great signs and wonders, feats so impressive that they could deceive even the most devoted and discerning followers of Christ. So what might these false Christs and false prophets look like in our modern world? The answer is not simple. They could appear in many forms, taking advantage of our vulnerabilities and our desires for a savior in tumultuous times. They could be charismatic leaders, promising peace and salvation, while subtly leading their followers astray. They could be influential figures, using their platform to spread messages that diverge from the teachings of Christ. They could be ordinary individuals, claiming to have been chosen or enlightened, and using this supposed divine connection to manipulate others. It's important to note that these false Christs and false prophets are not limited to religious contexts. They can emerge in any sphere of life where they can exert influence and control. They could be political leaders, corporate executives, media personalities, or even close friends or family members. Their goal is not to spread the teachings of Christ, but to deceive and lead people away from the truth. In this age of information and misinformation, discernment and vigilance are more important than ever. We must scrutinize the messages we receive, the leaders we follow, and the beliefs we adopt. We must be on guard against those who use the name of Christ for their own gain. We must be wary of those who perform impressive feats or make grandiose promises, for these could be attempts to deceive us. The words of Matthew 24:24 serve as a warning, but also as a call to action. We are called to be discerning, to be vigilant, and to hold fast to the teachings of Christ. We are called to test every spirit, as 1 John 4:1 advises us, to ensure that what we believe aligns with the truth of the gospel. We are called to be like the Bereans in Acts 17:11, who examined the scriptures daily to see if what they heard was true. So the next time you witness someone claiming to be Christ, remember Matthew 24:24 and be cautious. Do not be easily swayed by signs and wonders. Instead, test their words and actions against the teachings of Christ and pray for wisdom and discernment. In this way, you can guard yourself against deception and remain faithful to the true Christ. The world has always been a battlefield, but what if these conflicts are not merely political disputes, but signs of the end times? In the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6, it is written, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come." This verse holds a profound message, a warning, and a prophecy. The wars and rumors of wars are not just literal battles fought on the physical plane, but they also represent the spiritual warfare that we, as humanity, experience every day. But what does it mean when it says such things must happen? Could it be that these conflicts are part of a divine plan, a necessary process that the world must go through to reach a state of renewal? We may not fully understand the grand design, but we can try to decipher the signs and make sense of the world around us. Now let's delve into the heart of this prophecy. Wars and rumors of wars might not only refer to the actual wars we see on the news. It could also signify the internal battles we face, the struggles within our minds and hearts. Our personal conflicts, the battles against our own weaknesses, could be just as significant as the wars fought on the world stage. And what about the rumors? Rumors of wars could be the fear and anxiety that spread among people, causing unrest and division. These rumors can be as destructive as the wars themselves, tearing apart communities and sowing seeds of discord. But the verse also carries a message of hope and reassurance. It tells us not to be alarmed. This is a call for us to maintain peace and faith in times of conflict. Even when the world around us seems to be falling apart, we should not lose sight of our inner peace. We should hold on to our faith, for it is our shield against fear and despair. In the face of wars and rumors of wars, we are called to be peacemakers, to spread love and understanding rather than hatred and division, to build bridges, not walls, to heal, not hurt, and most importantly, to keep our faith strong in the face of adversity. This verse from Matthew is not just a prophecy, but a guideline for us to navigate through the tumultuous times. It encourages us to face the challenges with courage and faith, to rise above the fear and chaos, and to be a beacon of peace in a world riddled with conflict. In times of conflict, our faith and peace should be our armor. As we navigate through the wars and rumors of wars, let's remember to hold on to our faith, to maintain peace within ourselves, and to spread love in a world that needs it the most. For it is through love, peace, and faith that we can hope to endure the trials and tribulations of these end times. The world is becoming more divisive and hostile. Could this be another sign of the end times? As we delve deeper into the scriptural passages of Matthew, we stumble upon a verse that seems to echo the current state of our world. Matthew 24:7 states, "Nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom," a chilling prophecy, isn't it? This verse is a clear indication of the political turmoil that our world is currently experiencing. Nations are indeed rising against each other, and kingdoms are locked in power struggles. This isn't a new phenomenon. Throughout history, we've seen nations clash and kingdoms crumble. Yet the intensity and frequency of these conflicts seem to be increasing, a trend that aligns eerily well with the prediction in Matthew. Let's ponder on the gravity of this prophecy. Nations rising against each other doesn't merely refer to military conflicts, it encompasses a broader spectrum of discord, including economic battles, ideological differences, and even environmental disputes. It paints a picture of a world fragmented by hostility and division, where unity and cooperation are replaced by animosity and conflict. Now you may ask, how does this relate to the end times? Well, this growing division could be viewed as a sign of societal decay, a precursor to the end times as prophesied in the Bible. The phrase end times doesn't necessarily imply a literal end of the world. Instead, it suggests a period of moral and spiritual decline, a time when love grows cold and unity is replaced by division. However, amidst this gloomy prophecy, there is a beacon of hope. The Bible teaches us the importance of unity and love, especially in times of division. Unity is not just about avoiding conflict, it's about fostering understanding, respect, and compassion among diverse groups of people. Love, on the other hand, is the antidote to hostility. It encourages us to see beyond our differences and recognize the inherent worth of every individual. In these trying times, it's crucial that we strive to uphold these values. We must actively work towards unity, promoting dialogue and understanding among nations. We must spread love, countering hostility and division with kindness and compassion. Remember, in the face of adversity, unity and love are our most potent weapons. So as we witness nations rising against each other, let's not be disheartened. Instead, let's view this as a call to action, a call to foster unity and spread love. These are challenging times, no doubt, but they also present an opportunity for us as individuals and as a global community to demonstrate our resilience, our compassion, and our commitment to unity. In times of division, our unity and love should be our strength. As we navigate through the turmoil, let's remember this message. Let's face the challenges together, united by our common humanity and fortified by love. Natural disasters are becoming more frequent and severe. Are these just coincidences or signs of the end times? Let's dive into the book of Matthew once more, specifically chapter 24, verse 7. This verse speaks of a time when Nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. We've discussed the rising against each other, but now let's delve into the latter part of that verse, the famines and earthquakes. Famines, as we know, are extreme scarcity of food. They can be caused by a multitude of factors such as drought, conflict, or even economic instability. Now, when we think of famines as a sign of the end times, we could interpret it as a reflection of the severe imbalance in our world. It could be an indication of the widening gap between the rich and the poor, the haves and the have-nots. On the other hand, earthquakes are violent shaking of the Earth's crust. They can cause massive destruction, taking away lives and livelihoods in a matter of minutes. When we think of earthquakes as a sign of the end times, it's easy to imagine them as a physical manifestation of the Earth's distress, a distress caused by our disregard for our environment, our exploitation of natural resources, and our failure to adhere to the principles of balance and harmony. But let's not dwell on the gloomy side. Instead, let's focus on the silver lining. These signs, as disheartening as they may be, also serve as a wake-up call. They remind us of the importance of preparedness and compassion. Preparedness, because we can't predict when these disasters will strike, but we can certainly prepare for them. Preparedness involves not just stocking up on food and essentials, but also equipping ourselves with the knowledge and skills needed to survive and help others in times of disaster. Compassion, because in times of disaster, it's our compassion that will guide us. It's our compassion that will prompt us to share our resources, to lend a helping hand, to comfort those in distress. It's our compassion that will remind us that we are all in this together, that we are one human family sharing one common home, our Earth. So yes, famines and earthquakes may be signs of the end times, but they are also reminders of our shared responsibility towards our Earth and towards each other. They remind us that in the face of adversity, it's our unity, our preparedness, and our compassion that will see us through. In times of disaster, our preparedness and compassion should be our guide. So, are we living in the end times? Indeed, the question lingers in the air as the echoes of the prophetic verses from the book of Matthew continue to resound. We've journeyed together through the signs, from the rise of false Christs and prophets to wars and rumors of wars, nations rising against nations, and the unsettling frequency of famines and earthquakes. These signs, as described in the scriptures, may seem ominous, perhaps even overwhelming, yet they serve not as a cause for despair, but as reminders of the need for vigilance, faith, and preparedness in these uncertain times. They prompt us to question, to seek truth, and to discern wisely the world around us, ever wary of those who might deceive us with grand displays of signs and wonders. Yet the message extends beyond mere vigilance. In the face of wars and rumors of wars, we are reminded of the importance of peace and unity. As nations rise against nations, we're encouraged to foster love across borders and boundaries, to extend our compassion to all of humanity, irrespective of nationality or creed. In the wake of famines and earthquakes, we're called to extend our hands in aid, to be the helpers in times of crisis, to be the beacon of hope amid despair. These are not merely signs of the end times, but calls to action, prompts to embody the virtues of love, compassion, and unity in our everyday lives. In conclusion, whether we stand on the precipice of the end times or not, these virtues, these actions, are what should guide us forward. They remind us of our shared humanity and our collective responsibility towards each other. Whether or not we are living in the end times, these virtues should guide us in our everyday lives. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and share. Become a part of our growing family and subscribe to our channel. We enjoy bringing these stories to life. Thank you for watching.